children. Tonight I would like to share with you a Dr. Seuss story that I've been enjoying lately. It's one of his lesser known titles, but I'm sure you will enjoy it with me. It's called Oh Beware of Universal Health Care. And it's a book for dumb democratic socialists. Let's read it together now. Far up in Canada, I sit and I muse about my southern neighbors and all their fake news. Under their tweeter-in-chief, Mr. Donald J. Trump, the economy soars and the jobless rates slump. That success is all lost on the dumb leftist masses as they fight for infanticide and illegal immigrant passes. There's much I could say on their southern wall, but I'd rather address free health care for all. There are often good reasons why some things are free. Don't fall for the lies, jump up and flee. It's pushed by Bernie Sanders and Ocasio-Cortez, although to be honest, I understand little she says. Sadly, she isn't known for her smarts. When I think of Alexandria, I think of cow farts. If you got that joke and let out a peal, it's clear you're familiar with the Green New Deal. Why do I write with a Dr. Seuss twist? It may be the only way onto AOC's reading list. She does not study history, economics, or math, or anything educational that crosses her path. I hope that by writing in this simple way, her thick skull will be breached by the words that I say. They make grandiose promises of universal health care, but before you sign on, I have something to share. I live here in Canada, in the realm of Trudeau, and incompetent government is a thing that I know. I will tell you a tale, and a tale I will tell, of a visit to the doctor that didn't go well. I went to the doctor with a crick in my neck. It had gone on long enough, it needed a check. With a pain in my neck and a tear in my eye, with my lips all a-quiver, I started to cry. Dear doctor, I have a crick in my neck. I believe it is something we ought to check. A neck shouldn't crick, a neck shouldn't crack, but alas the pain is all down my back. I think a thing that we ought to try is to stick me head first into an MMRI. That extra M was for the sake of the rhyme. It's called poetic license, which isn't a crime. The doctor opened her mouth, and with a laugh of derision, said it's up to the doctor to make that decision. No patient should ever self-diagnose. It will likely show nothing, not even close. And yet I persisted. It only seemed fair, after all my high taxes, pay for universal health care. She finally relented and referred me for scanning, and for a long, long, long wait, I started planning. One day the phone rang and I let out a shriek. My appointment was in just 1 month less a week. Of Canada's health care, I began to sing praises. Who says it's so bad, was one of my phrases. An MRI scan in just a matter of weeks? Where are the long waits, of which everyone speaks? The results of the scan were a little long coming. I stopped singing praises. I reduced it to humming. It was only 6 months, but it felt like a year when my doctor called and said, the results are here. I do confess, a favorite part of my story was hearing the doctor say she was sorry. There is indeed something wrong with your neck. It's good you insisted that it be given a check. I'm no expert, she said, on neck cricks or cracks, but I know a guy who has all the facts. He's a neurosurgeon with all the right skills to fix up your neck and solve all of your ills. I'm sure that he can, and I'm sure that he will. Just hearing from him will be an ultimate thrill. The last 3 years have felt incredibly slow, but great news. I only have 2 more to go. The math is so simple, even AOC can calculate, and I'm sure she'd agree. 5 years is a long time to wait. All that is fact, not one word is a joke. Please do believe every word that I spoke. Given that you have only 1 life to spare, I suggest you not risk it with universal health care. If you dare vote for old Grandpa Bernie, you'll end up with a toe tag lying flat on a gurney. You may not like it, but my warning is true. If you don't take heed, it could happen to you. Well, children, I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I did. Have a great night.